Hi everyone! So today we're doing a shopping vlog in Nordstrom because we are shopping the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I will hopefully be trying on a lot of wonderful things, hopefully seeing a lot of wonderful things, and I'm really excited to see what all Nashville has in store and give you guys my thoughts on all these wonderful, amazing pieces that the Nordstrom anniversary sale has to offer. So let's go shopping! So I started out in the dresses section and there were quite a lot of really interesting dresses that honestly looked a lot better in person than what they had looked like online, such as this denim dress that you're seeing here. And then there were other dresses like this multicolored one that I saw that had looked great online and honestly didn't look as good in person. As always, there are lots of basics and pajamas in the Nordstrom sale, and there were a ton of different varieties of pajamas. I will say the sizing in Nashville was starting to run pretty low, and this was just on day 3 of private access. A lot of extra smalls were all gone. There were some smalls, some mediums left, but even a lot of the larges and extra larges were actually gone. And this continued throughout all the different areas that I looked at in the sale. There were a lot of open edit pieces, and I will say that open edit last year was really poor quality. I think that the quality was definitely better this year. Open edit is one of Nordstrom's brands. It is more of their cheaper brand for things like suiting, basics, clothing, and I was glad to see that that quality had come up this year. And there were actually quite a few pieces that I thought were pretty good in the open edit selection, including this little pink top that you're going to see me try on later in the video. As I moved throughout the various areas, it was interesting to see what all had sold out, particularly Ralph Lauren. This was all the Ralph Lauren that was left in the Nashville store, and as you can see, there were 2 coats and a sweater, and that was it. I was completely shocked by that. Now I move on to the All Saints offering. I thought this jacket was really good. I hadn't been as impressed with it in the photos, but I thought in person the suede looked fantastic on it. As always, there are lots of jeans, but be really careful when looking at jeans because if it is not marked as Nordstrom anniversary sale in person, there's a good chance that it's not. The same thing with the Cinquecep brand. I saw a lot of their pieces. Almost none of their pieces, though, were actually in the sale. I was really excited to see this Legence blazer in person. I don't try it on, but the color and the texture is fantastic on it. And then we get to the very large section of Nordstrom brand Nordstrom items, and I think that their quality is really good. A lot of their pieces looked great. All of the coats were grouped together, and again, a lot of sizes were actually already sold out in coats. So out for the day, I've gone a Madewell tank that I actually got in the sale years ago from Nordstrom, J. Crew shorts, my Valentino Rockstud sandals, YSL camera bag, David Yurman for the jewelry, of course. So let's get on to trying on because I have so much stuff to get to. So this dress is by an Australian brand called Ever New, and it's very much giving Zimmerman vibes, but without the Zimmerman price tag, and also giving Camilla vibes, but again, without the Camilla price tag. And this dress is $129. I'm wearing a size 4 right now. It is a little big, so I think I'd probably need the 2, but they don't have the 2, so I'll have to check for this one online. Okay, so this is one that I recommended in my guide, and I will say it does feel very like pretty peasant dressy, Jane Austen-y, but the neck is very, very wide and keeps falling off my shoulders, and I don't have it zipped up all the way, so that would help it some, but it's a wide neck, so be prepared for that. But I do think that the lining on it is very pretty, the way they've done like sort of like the boning in the corset. This is similar to the striped dress that Lisa from Luxury and Life in the Middle tried on. Hers is sleeveless. This one has a capped sleeve. So if you like the neckline, if you're comfortable with that, but you want a little bit more of a sleeve, I think that this is a really great, just beautiful option, and it twirls. Like, this was a test that I always did when I was a little girl. It's like the dress had to twirl because I wanted to feel like a Disney princess. So this one I decided to try on after seeing Lisa try on the sleeveless striped version from Staud. This is a dress by Staud, and it is super cute. Like, I feel really kind of like fun, and like for me this is very girly. But I am absolutely loving this. It has a side zipper. I will say I think that these dresses run on the smaller side. But granted, that's also just because of my bust, so I tried to zip up the two zipped up until there was about an inch left, basically when it got to the middle of my bust, and wouldn't zip any farther. So I had to size up to a 4 in this, but I really like it. All right, next up is this All Saints dress, and I had not liked it on the model and online, but in person it's really pretty. It's this beautiful light gauzy fabric. It does have a lining in it, although I will say be careful with the zipper because it could absolutely catch in the zipper, which would be tragic. I think that this one's kind of pretty. I don't think I'm gonna get it because I don't have a need for it, but it is pretty. Okay, next up is this faux leather dress by Sam Edelman, and it is too big. It's like 2 sizes too big, but I wanted to try it on to see what it felt like on. And I think that in the right size it could look nice, but it really feels like faux leather, and I really don't like how that feels. Now, this is a Vince Camuto dress that I'd almost put on my list, but I went with the Ted Baker one instead. The Ted Baker in my size is currently sold out online, and it's also not in store. So I decided to try on this one, and I actually like it. I'm quite surprised by how much I like it. It's a really good price. It's too big. It's like a couple of sizes too big, but I tried on what I could. And so I may actually end up ordering this one online while I wait to see if the Ted Baker one comes in stock. Now, this is a little French Connection dress. I don't know how I missed this in the sale. It is so soft and so cute. Very Chanel. I love the little pearl button details on here. I think that this is amazing. Had I seen this before I went to Paris last year, I probably would have gotten this. I think that this is a real winner. Like, this is definitely, if you're looking for like a low black dress that you can wear casually into work and stuff this fall, but also go out on a date night, I think that this is a great option. These are the AG celebratory jeans, and I really like these. These are really comfortable. They're a little long. They'll have to be hemmed on me, but everything has to be hemmed. And then this is the Free People, like, ribbed polo top. And I've got to say, I really kind of like this. Like, this is very me feeling. I've got a couple of different colors in the top to try on, but I do really like this. And I really like the jeans as well. I think that these jeans look awesome. So here is that striped top, but in blue. I definitely think that I prefer the solid on me, and I actually really like this color. So this is one of the items that was on my personal list, and I do think that it's probably going to be a good piece for layering, but the small is actually a little bit big, so I think I need to size down to the extra small, which again is not in the store, so I need to order it online. But I do think that this is nice. I think that this is a very nice option for someone. And so if you were looking at open edit pieces, they are definitely better quality this year. All right, so these are the Mother No Promises jean, and I'm not as thrilled with these as I was with the AG jean, actually, and the AG is a lot cheaper, so that's awesome. And then this is just the classic Nordstrom cashmere v-neck sweater. Gotta admit, not loving it. I prefer my Bowden, I think. All right, so here is the button-down V-neck cardigan. It's a little bit big, first off. I would need the extra small instead of the small. It's also just not the best color for me now that I'm seeing it on in person, so I'm glad that I tried it on. And then underneath, I do have on the lace cami that I recommended. It is small, it is too big. I need to go down to the extra small, so these are definitely running roomy, just to let you know on that. But I do think the neckline's super pretty, and that this one's definitely worth it. I just need to get an extra small, which they don't have in the store. Okay, we've got a Nordstrom brand sweater vest on. It's fine, it's nothing to write home about. These are some more Mother jeans, but they are actually not in the sale. I also don't love them, so that's great. And then just a regular white shirt. I've got to say, their white shirts are see-through, so I wouldn't recommend this as your white basic tee. But they are very silky and soft, so if you want like a black, this would be a good one. All right, so these are the frame pixie. These are the frame pixie jeans. They're a little bit big. I need a 24 instead of a 25, but I still like the AG ones better. All right, this is a Nordstrom brand blazer, and I actually think this is quite a nice blazer. It's a good material, it's a good cut. The sleeves though are kind of big and baggy, so it's definitely not my favorite blazer ever. I wouldn't get it for me, but maybe if you're taller, the sleeves would work better. And then this is a Nordstrom, or maybe this was open edit. This is open edit top. I think it could be fine, but honestly the material feels a little bit cheap. So these are the PJs that I had on my list, and I gotta say, while I like the top, the pants are not particularly comfortable. It's just a stretchy band, and I don't find them to be particularly flattering. So these are gonna stay here. All right, so the top is just in the regular Nordstrom sale, not in the anniversary sale. It is Michael Kors collection. Not thrilled with it at all. I see why it's in the sale. This skirt is an anniversary sale. It is Nordstrom brand. It is suede. I think the suede, or faux suede rather, feels very nice actually. And I think that you do have good movement for being a long pencil skirt. I just don't think that it's overly flattering. Now this is not in the anniversary sale, but this is in the Nordstrom sale, and it is another Zimmermann dress. Again, it's so twirly, and it's very, very French feeling. Like, I wish that I had this for Paris last year. I think that it's super cute. I don't love where it cuts me off necessarily. Okay, now this is not on the sale, but it's Zimmermann and it's stunning, and I really just wanted to try it on. Again, it's so twirly, so beautiful. I don't love how it gapes here on the side, and so for that reason, and the price, it's definitely going to be staying here, but I think it's really, really, really stunning, and if I didn't have to wear a bra, this would be absolutely amazing. After trying on all of those clothes, I did a quick breeze through of the shoes, and I was really impressed by the Nordstrom shoe selection this year. The shoes that they had were definitely a lot more variety than what I've seen in years past. I think they had really good stock as far as all the different sizes. I also loved that they had multiple sizes out in the various shoes so that you could try to gauge your size based on that, which is something that they really haven't done in the past. I got to try on quite a few pairs of shoes, which you will see. I've also tried on some luxury shoes that I didn't include in this video, which will probably go up later in a shoe short. But the first pair of shoes that I did try on was this pair of the Sam Edelmans. I was not impressed because I think that this mesh is going to stretch out super easily. I also did not find it to be comfortable. The heel was very squishy. Next, I tried on these Birkenstocks. Really pretty color, very similar to my Hermes sneakers. I just don't really need them, but they were really pretty. Now, these are the Veronica beard pumps that were my absolute #1 pick in the sale, and they are so, so, so comfortable. Highly recommend these. And those Veronica beard shoes were the last thing that I tried on of the night. I went and looked, shopped, tried things on Thursday while I still couldn't shop because I don't have a Nordstrom credit card. So this was very much a fact-finding video for me. It caused me to change a lot of things on my list. Sizes, things came off, things got added on. And so I was able to place my order at 11 p.m. last night when the sale went live to the public. And I will have my either next video or possibly the video after that, depending on when everything ships. That will be a try-on haul video showing you guys what all I actually ordered. Am I keeping them? Am I not keeping them? So make sure to be subscribed to see that, and make sure to be subscribed because when we hit 4,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a YSL bag on this channel. If you've enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, hype the video if that is available to you. It all really helps my channel. And with that, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye!